What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Now, the 2022 Royal Rumble has come and gone, and Bobby Lashley is your new WWE Champion. But why? Well, join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the real reasons why Brock Lesnar lost the WWE Championship. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now, in case you missed the Rumble or haven't watched our recap and analysis, WWE Champion Brock Lesnar defended his title against the almighty Bobby Lashley. After a hotly contested bout, Lesnar seemed to have things going his way when he F5'd Lashley, only to take out the referee in the process. Universal Champion Roman Reigns then took advantage of the chaos, spearing Lesnar, then conking the champion in the head with the WWE Championship after Lesnar's manager Paul Heyman handed it to Roman. A replacement referee arrived just as Lashley covered Brock to win his second WWE title. Well, let's look at reason number one. It's all about Brock versus Roman. And last night's finish made it obvious that WWE is still going gung-ho about booking Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar as a major match at WrestleMania 38. Having Roman Reigns interfere in Lesnar's match and costing him the championship was sweet revenge for the tribal chief, not only because he doesn't like Brock, but because Reigns was fed up with Seth Rollins' antics in their title match earlier in the show. Having Reigns cost Lesnar his newly won title is a great way to add heat to their feud, along with the following situation. As number 2, it furthers the story of Paul Heyman's allegiance. Heyman handing the WWE Championship to Roman Reigns should remove any doubt where Paul Heyman's allegiances are. Heyman has been going back and forth with where his loyalties lie, at times siding with Reigns and then siding with Lesnar. Last night's betrayal by Heyman was a good way of establishing Heyman and Reigns' diabolical minds and get Lesnar over as a babyface for his match with Reigns. As we noted in our analysis video of the Royal Rumble, the WWE needs to put this aspect of the Reigns vs Lesnar feud to bed, cementing that Heyman was, is, and will be loyal to Reigns. Otherwise, things are headed into Vince Russo territory. Number 3, it was a surprise. As always, promoters like surprises, and last night's finish was definitely a surprise. Many fans were expecting to see Lesnar retain while Roman would lose, thus avoiding the problem of a title versus title match at WrestleMania 38. Instead, the WWE kept fans guessing as Roman was disqualified against Seth Rollins, keeping the title while Lesnar lost his match and the belt. The rumors that Vince McMahon made some changes to the show may include the finish for last night's men's title match. Number 4, it sets up a Lashley vs Lesnar rematch. Last night's Lashley vs Lesnar match was a back and forth affair that saw both men evenly matched, so much so that the case can be made that either superstar could have won. That's the way rematches are booked, and the WWE has wisely left the door open for a Lesnar vs Lashley series down the road once the WWE runs Lesnar vs Reigns into the ground, and trust me, they really have run it into the ground. A controversial finish is often a good way to book the first match between two wrestlers or two teams. Number 5, it sweetens any Seth vs Roman rematch. Lesnar's loss also sweetens the storyline for any rematch between Seth freaking Rollins and Roman Reigns, as fans will wonder whether Brock will interfere in the said rematch. The WWE left things wide open for a Rollins vs Reigns match as a champion lost his temper, getting DQ'd then attacking Rollins after the match. Does this guarantee a rematch? Well, no, but with the WWE Saudi Arabia show fast approaching, a Reigns vs Rollins match could be a good selling point for the show, especially with Lesnar lurking in the background. And rumor has it that Lesnar has actually been booked for the show. Any interference from Lesnar could lead to further complications in the Lesnar vs Reigns feud, as Brock's interference could actually backfire this time, keeping the title around Reigns' waist. One of the most interesting parts of the Brock vs Roman match at WrestleMania is whether Reigns will still have the belt when the match takes place. Number 6, Lesnar wasn't supposed to be WWE Champion. Now, another reason for the title change is that Brock Lesnar wasn't actually supposed to be WWE Champion in the first place. Lesnar was originally scheduled to wrestle Roman at the Day 1 event until Reigns tested positive for COVID-19. Some fans, and we believe that the biggest reason Lesnar won the championship at Day 1 was to create a big surprise at the show. Putting the belt on Lesnar served that purpose, and it gave Raw a shot in the arm as Lesnar's presence increased the ratings. Only just by a little bit though. Now that Reigns is back, the WWE can focus on Lesnar vs Reigns at WrestleMania and leave the WWE Championship open for someone else. But as we'll see though, who that may be will be a complete mystery for the WWE's creative team. And number 7, the WWE doesn't actually have a plan for the belt. One last reason for Lesnar's loss has to do with the WWE actually having no idea what they plan on doing with the WWE Championship. According to WrestleVotes, Lesnar has to be the winner here. I'm told they legitimately have no idea what the WWE title match at Mania is going to be at this point. Avoid the old pigeonhole. Now this is no surprise to longtime fans, as the WWE's booking of Raw continues to run a distant second to SmackDown. Case in point, Bobby Lashley's very babyface-like hype video for his title match. Lashley talked about wanting to go at a hero at the Rumble, noting the only way he could do that was to conquer a villain, that villain being Lesnar. However, Lashley took a cheap win, not exactly the stuff that heroes are made of. But there you have it guys, the real reasons why Lesnar dropped the championship to Bobby Lashley. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.